Hi everyone, just having a walk and a reflection about some conversations I've had with myself recently, and then seems to be a bit of a topic when I've been into different conversations with people, and it's conversations about inheritance and what we're going to leave, and the focus has been in many of the conversations has been money or assets, and I think at one point that would have been my first priority as well, to make sure my girls had assets, that they had money, and things happen in life where sometimes them assets are removed, money's removed, and then there's nothing to leave, which puts a completely different spin on what we've got to inherit or we've got to leave as an inheritance. But then I started to reflect on the massive amounts of inheritance people will receive, and major corporate organisations, the founders or the directors, and they're right, they leave lots of money to children and family, or not always children and charity, to projects even. But what has really struck me in terms of people who work in the social enterprise sector or faith sector, or people who are doing a lot of the groundwork on the floor, the ones that are unseen, the ones that are breaking cycles everywhere, most of the time without money or any kind of inheritance, and it started to press into me that there's as equally as more of leaving a legacy of breaking cycles of generational trauma or abuse, and there's no price on that. I started to question my own little company, small little company. There's nothing, if I didn't work as hard now, like, there would be no business in 2 or 3 months. That's as far as the funds go. But I do know that I would leave a legacy of hope to those that we've worked with over the last 15 years of breaking cycles, or the projects that we've worked with giving people hope to break cycles in their community. And that in itself is a legacy, I suppose. I never thought about it until this last week. But when you're working in solidarity, which most community organised projects are, then it's hard to see the legacy that you're leaving. And whether you're running a sewing group or you're the chief officer of Mr. Richard Branson, we can leave millions of pounds, but it can be soulless and it can be lifeless. And I want to encourage our social business leaders that small projects like mine that don't have the cash behind us, but the legacy we're leaving are based on justice, they're based on breaking cycles, they're based on economic injustices, breaking them cycles, not just in our communities, but breaking cycles in policymakers that for generations have made policies that just don't work for our communities. That's a legacy. For every person that you get in your group that moves on to create a different life for themselves and their family. There's a massive deer here. Hello, big deer. Then you're breaking a massive cycle. I'm just seeing if I can get that deer on camera. Anyway, dear or no dear, your project and what you're doing is a project of legacy. And yeah, it'd be nice to not worry about the finances. But then on a personal level, you know, one of the things I wanted to set out as a little girl was to break the cycles of poverty and abuse within my own family. And I feel that if, you know, my life ended tomorrow, that job has been done. So I suppose in itself that is a legacy. It's a legacy of hope. It's a legacy of new life. And that's as priceless as any, you know, financial inheritance that, you know, can create nice aesthetic things, but can be soulless at times. So I just want to encourage all our projects that, you know, continue with the legacy that you're creating within your own family, within your own community, within your projects. And yeah, I'm going to keep reflecting on this because it's helped to shift my focus back into the why. You know, I don't have to be a big company, I don't have to have millions in the bank to leave any kind of legacy if that's what we're looking at. You know, it's all about the direction of the soul and creating opportunities for generations to come, opportunities that money can't buy, and most of the time that's hope. So keep going, doing what you're doing, and I'll speak to you soon.